Hello and welcome. I am Dr. Anil Joshi. Welcome you to my series Iconological and Temple Architectural Perspectives. For this series, I have visited multiple temples. I have gone to the site, I have photographed them, I have studied them, I heard to the people talking about it, I heard to the guides, I have gone through the YouTubes that and also from Google information, and I have come to conclusion that there are a lot of wonderful things, mysterious things and also unique thing as far as this temple is concerned. We are seeing this temple in three parts. Part 1 covers the overall view of the temple from inside and outside. Then there is another part which extensively covers the external part of the temple, and this is a part which covers the internal beauties and specialities of the temple and why it is called unique and one of the rare combination of the Lord Vishnu and Lord Shiva sharing a same sanctum. So that is one of the speciality of this temple. In addition to that, when you will hear this lecture, you will come to know that not only this, there are multiple specialities, multiple differences as this temple is concerned, and this is just a wonderful experience to go through. Again and again when I see this my slides and my photographs, I get more and more detail and more satisfaction that really it is good to take the photographs and videos and study them later. I am going to give you all this information through this lecture. Today's lecture is as far as internal parts are concerned. Now the uniqueness, what most of people know is the opening in the, this has got a Swarga Mandapam, that is the outermost. There is an opening in the ceiling. Now it is of around 12 feet in diameter, and the speciality of it we are going to see. It's a very unique. There are very few temples in a way, but not the only temple. We are going to see much more, and we are going to see also from where this type of architecture has come. So with this brief, we are going to now see not only this speciality of this temple, but many more. Let's go to that. This temple is distinguishes from the rest of the temple due to a Swarga Mandapam, which we have just now seen a little bit of it. We are going to see more of it subsequently. It opens to the sky and has got 14 feet in diameter exactly above the centrally placed stone, or that is a circular, something like a platform you can call, exactly of the same diameter as that of the ceiling one. So it is the 14 feet diameter, both the things, and there are a lot of specialities and glories associated with it, provided you catch the day. The periphery of the Swarga Mandapa is beautifully carved. There are idols like Lord Ganesha, then Kartikeya, that is Kartik Swami, then Lord Kubera, Lord Yamaraja, then Lord Indra, etc. And they all are seen with the vehicles, that is like peacocks, then mouse, elephants, and many more. So most of the deities are present, and you will feel when you look up at the opening that from the Swarga, that is heaven, these gods are looking at you, or they are blessing you. So that is the glory of this temple. Now Lord Shiva, that is Kopeshwar, we know why he was called Kopeshwar, there is a story for it. Then we will see that he is situated in the Garbhagriha. So Kopeshwar is another name for Lord Shiva, and he is in the Garbhagriha. To rights of the wall, there is a beautifully carved idols of Lord Vishnu also. So they are in same sanctum. That is one of the speciality. Then there are three gods. They are called three devas: Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh. They are in the same premises. You will see them in same temple. As far as Shiva and Vishnu are concerned, there are a lot of temples, but as far as Brahma is concerned, there are less number of temples. Now they are seen facing Swarga Mandapam. That when you see from this Swarga Mandapam, standing on a platform, you can see darshanam of all these three gods, that is three devas. We have shown it in a video in more extensive detail. Now Swarga Mandapam is separated from main temple and has 12 round pillars ascending towards the ceiling. The three rows of 12 pillars each are endowed with beautiful artistic carvings. You must appreciate them and you must see them in more detail. Spend more time try to analyze each image, how it is different and how they must have carved at that time. And don't forget, the temple is almost more than 800 to 1000 years old. Now it is intricately carved and meant to be the opening of the Swarga Mandapam is nicely carved, is excellently symmetrical. There is no distortion anywhere. Maybe purpose, as I told you, is when you are performing any stage, then you can look at the sky and find that all gods or deities are blessing you, or when you are performing rituals, this will allow a smoke of yajna to go out. Now in Odisha, such type of temples are there and they are called as Natya Mandapam because their social activities were also performed in the temples. And Bhoga Mandapam for sacrifices and rituals. So these two were different. This may be reflecting some percussions of that temples. Now let's see here how it is. Now this will give you a rough sketch. It is not to the scale. It is rough sketch of sanctum, then there is antra, then there is Sabha Mandapam, then there are some windows and Swarga Mandapam. What till now we are seeing is the Swarga Mandapam. We are also going to see Sabha Mandapam. Now there are many specialities in this Sabha Mandapam also, and wherever we find Nandi, where it is, Nandi is not there. So we are going to see a reason for that also, that why Nandi is not there. Maybe a myth, maybe a story, or really it may be something else. Now we are going to see it in subsequent part of lecture. Now Kopeshwar temple possibly resembles. Now there are different school of thoughts, Visera or Bhumija type. Bhumija because it just appears as though it is emerging from the land. Bhumija implement in one of the two ways, either for the sphere or the entire Vimana or shrine. Vimana is a South Indian word for the shikharas. Now both are correct, but we do not know whether the temple stands as a South Indian style or North Indian style, because to many people it's a combination, and excellent combinations of these two will give you a real thought-provoking process that how it must have been done or whether it is done in some stages. Now the latter approach gives Bhumija subcategory of the Nagara architecture. So here Visera is the dominating feature of this temple. Now integrated with Jagati, Jagati is a platform, or the Pitha, that is the ground, it makes the temple appear as it is emerging from the earth. That's why the name Bhumija. So Bhumish type of architecture because it looks like it is coming from the earth. Now here we have given you some gross details of the temple architecture. A Hindu temple has a shikhara, that is Vimana, or you call Kalash, Shikhar, Amalaka, then Stupi, all are the components of the shikharas, and it is one of the must for the latter development of the temple. What is the development of temple? It started from the cave cut, then stand alone structural temples like this, and in this again we are getting carved one also, and that was a earlier one also. Now depending on the Vimana type, we can make out which type the temple is. Here we have shown you how a circle becomes multiple angled, and this temple, if you see from outside, when you go to exterior, you will appreciate all these things, how they have designed it. Now this sphere comes from many designs and shapes. More temples you will see, more you start appreciating this engineering, but they all have mathematical precision and geometrical symbolism. When we are seeing this, just a simple like a opening in the sky, how symmetrically it is designed. One of the common principles found in the Hindu temple sphere is a circle and turning square theme, that is from left side, and a concentric layering design, that is right. We are showing you two, left and right, which is either a square theme or a concentric sphere theme. Now these are the layering that flows from one to another as it rises up, so it becomes narrow like a pyramidal shape. So Bhumija is implemented in one of these two layers. Now either for the sphere or for the entire Vimana or the shrine. Now the latter approach gives Bhumija subcategory of Nagara architecture, and when integrated with the Jagati platform or with the Pitha, it makes it a temple appear as though it is emerging from the earth. Now note, semi-open concept like this temple we are seeing, semi-open type, was tried in south at Aihori. Now we have got extensive lecture on temples in Aihori. To visit that, we are given all development of these temples in very minute details. So it started there. Now there is one more 64 Yakshani temple in north, which has got a circle, then open concept and a opening to the sky. So this is not the only temple, but there is one more, that is 64 Yakshani temple. So we have going to have the detailed videos on this. Do subscribe to us and do visit our channel to get such information. The temple is divided into 4 major sections: Swarga Mandapam, which we are seeing just now, grossly, then Sabha Mandapam, which is for rituals, then Antarala, Kaksha and Garbhagriha. Garbhagriha for the deities. The interconnected all these things by a vestibule, that is Antarala. The first structure at entrance is the Swarga Mandapam, that is a heavenly hall. The architecture of Swarga Mandapam is unique in this temple, and you will not find a similar copy to copy, dicto anywhere else. So this is absolutely unique. You must visit this temple even though you have visited multiple temples all over India. Mandapam is round in shape and is constructed with a support of 48 well curved round stone pillars which are placed in 3 circles. Appreciate it. Each of 48 pillars are curved in different shapes: round, square, hexagonal or octagonal. Now another unique feature of the Swarga Mandapam is the part of circular ceiling in the middle with a radius of 48 feet. We have just now seen, and this we are going to see in many more times because we are going to have many more specialities like this. And the sanctum is conical. This is another unusual thing. The exterior has a stunning carvings of deities and the secular figures. We have extensively coverage of that in our another video. You must visit it. And because of that, there are Gajarud deities, and they give the feeling that this temple's weight is taken by the strong elephants. So that's one of another glorious thing of this temple. This temple is full of specialities, and more things you discover, you will find more are coming out. There is a Lalata Bimba at the entrance showing Lord Ganesha carved in it. So you will find 2 Lalata Bimbas, one thing is outside and another also is inside, not exactly inside but in between. It has got mother or goddess Saraswati. Now we are going to see it also when we will see the videos. So that means the temple was constructed in 2 stages. The temple has Lord Vishnu as well as Lord Shiva. So Kopeshwar and Kopeshwar together. Another unique feature, the Shivalinga is facing north and both are found in the same sanctum. Another notable feature of this temple is that of no Nandi at the entrance. So this you will not find in many temples. This is specific temples. The mythology behind these unique features makes a fascinating explanation. But we got another scientific explanation also, or else it could be a prana toshini tantra. It is a special type of sadhana which is done by some people. Now what supports it are the dancers in Garbhagriha, which are not usually there in Shiva temples except in this type of temples. So this explains it in better ways than a myth or story. This is a Swarga Mandapam. You can find it, there is opening up and there is also a platform down. Both are exactly similar 14 feet. That is another miracle how they must have designed it at the time when there were no computers. Now this can enjoy 2 things. One thing is there can be a no shadow day. In the first week of May, no shadow day. That will exactly the circle will be occupied by bright sunlight. And you will stand there, you will not have shadow there. And another is to get moon exactly in the center, that is the Tripuri Purnima. See, these 2 days there are some unique features. Is Very rarely you will find these combinations. Now here you are finding two things. One thing is you are seeing entrance of the Swarga Mandapam, and another you are seeing entrance of the Sabha Mandapam. Now why I am showing this? Certain days of the year when sun rises, the rays of sun straight comes from entrance, from Swarga Mandapam onto the Shiva's Lingam. So another glorious thing of this temple. This temple is full of glories. So you must visit it, and when you visit, you must appreciate all these things. Now all these things we have demonstrated in different videos, and that will give you more precise and better idea.
ठीक आहे. त्रिदेवांचं म्हणजे ब्रह्मा विष्णू महेशाचं तुम्हाला जर व्यवस्थित दर्शन करायचं असेल तर या शिळेच्या एका पॉईंटवरती भरावं लागतं. त्या जागेचं महत्त्व आहे. तिथे उभे असाल तर तुम्हाला 3 देवता व्यवस्थित दिसतात. तुम्ही थोडे जरी पुढे मागे किंवा बाजूला उभे असाल तर 3 देवता दिसत नाहीत. मध्ये खांब येतात, असे डोकं वगैरे बघायला लागतं. त्यासाठी त्या जागेवरती आपल्याला जायला लागेल. या इथे बघायचं तुम्हाला. ठीक आहे, समोर बघायचं, थोडंसं पुढे या. इथे बघा पॉईंटवर. पहिलं दर्शन करण्यासाठी थोडीशी तुम्हाला मान थोडीशी वळावं लागते. इकडे डावीकडे बघायचं. त्या 2 खांबांच्या मधून ते बाहेर दिसतो का हा पॉईंटर हिरवा, तर इथे तुम्हाला 3 मूर्ती दिसतील. मधली थोडीशी उंच आहे, त्यांना बघा दाढी, 3 मुख, त्यांच्या हातामधले जे ऑर्नामेंट्स आहेत ते असे अक्षयमाला आहे, तुक आणि सुवा आहे किंवा कलश आहे. तर हे ब्रह्मा आहे. ठीक आहे. आता दुसरं दर्शन करण्यासाठी मान वळायला लागते. इकडे बरोबर उजव्या बाजूला 2 खांबांच्या मधून परत तुम्हाला 3 मूर्त्या दिसतील. इकडे त्यांच्या हातामध्ये बघा मधल्या मूर्तीच्या हे विष्णू आहेत. आता इकडे ब्रह्मा, इकडे विष्णू, गाभाऱ्यामध्ये शिव, फक्त इथून दिसतात असं म्हणतात. म्हणजे हे 45 डिग्री अँगल्स आहेत. जोपर्यंत तुम्ही त्या अँगल्सवरती त्या पॉईंटवरती येत नाही तोपर्यंत तुम्हाला ते 3 देवता नाही दिसत. थोडं जरी पुढे मागे झालात तर त्या 3 देवता नाही दिसत, 1 किंवा 2 दिसतात. ठीक आहे. त्यासाठी तुम्हाला तिथे यावं लागेल. इथं पहिलं सर्कल आहे 12 खांबांचं, दिसेल तुम्हाला. या प्रत्येक खांबावरती कुठल्या तरी देवता कोरले. मग ते 12 आहेत म्हणजे 12 राशी वगैरे वाटू शकतात, पण ते अष्टदिक्पाल आहेत. 8 दिशांचे 8 स्वामी आहेत आणि 4 एक्स्ट्रा बिल केले जातात. सगळे आपण सांगूयात. इकडून स्टार्ट करूया. हा जो पहिला खांब आहे पूर्वेचा, इथे पूर्वेचे स्वामी इंद्र होते, ऐरावत म्हणजे हत्तीवरती त्यांना भग्न केले. अग्नेयेला अग्निदेवतेचं स्थान आहे, त्याचं वाहन असतं मेंढा किंवा एडका. दक्षिणेला यम आहे रेड्यावरती. हे मोरावरचे कार्तिकेय आहे, 6 मुख आहेत, त्यांना षडानन आहेत. नैऋत्येला निवृत्ती नावाचे देवता असते, ते वाहन असतं मानव किंवा प्रेत. पश्चिमेला वरुण आहे, तुकडा आहे मगरीवरती. इथे एक शिव अवतार होता, तो भग्न केला त्यांनी. वायव्येला वायुदेवतेचं स्थान आहे, हरणावरती आहे तो. उत्तरेला कुबेर आहे घोड्यावरती. हे विष्णू आहेत, मानव रूपातला गरुड दाखवले त्याचं वाहन. त्याचं नाक म्हणजे चोच दाखवले, बाजूने बघाल तर त्याला पंख दाखवले. ईशान्येचा ईशान असा नावाची देवता आहे, शिवफॉर्म आहे, त्यामुळे तो नंदी किंवा बैलावरती दिसते. इथे ब्रह्मा होते, त्यांना भग्न केलं. आता वैशिष्ट्य असं आहे की ज्यावेळी समोरून बघता त्यावेळी एक देवता व्यवस्थित दिसते. थोडंसं बाजूने बघाल तर त्या प्रत्येक देवतेच्या मागे सुद्धा आणखीन एक मूर्ती आहे. 2-2 मूर्ती आहेत. थोडंसं बाजूने बघा, इकडे इथे इथे कपा आहे प्रत्येक ठिकाणी. यातही अपवाद आहे, हा फक्त एक कार्तिकेय. तर त्याचे स्थान प्रत्येक पूजा बदलते. महाराष्ट्रापासून जसं आपण नॉर्थ साईडला जातो त्याची एकट्याची पूजा होते, पण जसं आपण कर्नाटक सोडून खाली साऊथमध्ये जातो त्याच्या तिकडे परत 2 पत्नी आहेत. 36 सगळे चालू होते. या प्रत्येक आतल्या खांबाच्या वरती हा जसा भारवाक पुढे आला आहे, त्याच्या कॅन्टिलीवर बघा कोपऱ्यामध्ये एक उलटा फणा दिसेल प्रत्येक ठिकाणी नागाचा. तर उलटा नाग असेल तर ती यादवांची स्टाईल आहे. आणि मगाशी जे आपण बघितलं होतं की थोडासा सपोर्ट दिला आहे, ते स्वराज्यकालीन बांधकाम आहे. छत्रपती शिवाजी महाराजांनी, शाहू महाराजांनी थोडीशी डागडुजी करून घेतले. हा जो दिसतोय श्लोक मगाशी आपण बघितला तो एक्स्ट्रा दिला, तो सपोर्ट नंतर देण्यात आलेला स्वराज्यकालीन बांधकाम. ठीक.
Look at the entrance. What I showed you just now is how the sun rays are coming. I was there in the morning, so you can find how the straight rays of the sun, bright light, is coming from the entrance. I also appreciate the beauty of the pillars. Now, to make a pillar circular, think of it without a lathe machine. How they must have achieved this symmetry. And another glorious thing is the stone. When you are carving, there is no repetition. You must have to be precise, otherwise you will have to change the full pillar. And making it circular, square, design, symmetrical, you will just get glorified. You will just see how people are doing, how they must have carved. These are different deities with their vehicles. And there also is one more glory. If you see this from down, you will see an inverted snake, which was the characteristic of Yadavas. So, lot of dynasties has contributed for this temple. Now, Swarga Mandapam is the first part of this temple, what we are seeing just now. The circular structures of the Swarga Mandapa is supported by 48 pillars, each of which is beautifully carved. It sees from the outside there will be impression of an inverted lotus on the roof. So this you will have to have a aerial imagination. There are 12 horizontal spokes coming out of the ceilings, both inside and outside the structure. The inside edge has 12 deities carved on them. Now there are 8 deities in 8 directions. So these all also we are seeing in other temples. Also, I will remind you of the Patatkal when there are such type of things available. They are Dishapalas. Now they are 8 deities of the 8 directions occupying their particular directions or Disha. Now look at this. This is a artificially created. It is not at reality, but it is to give you an idea how it is at Tripuri Purnima and how it is in first week of May. Is Swarga Mandapam effect of Tripuri Purnima on moon, for moon, and first week of May for the sun, no shadow day. So don't miss, if you are around, don't visit or don't miss this temple. You must visit them and you should not go without visiting them. So here we are showing you in the idea behind taking more pictures is to give you each and every carving, each and every beauty of this, so that you can appreciate it. And there are certain artificially created scenes that is just to have an idea and to appreciate. And you may feel that you must visit it on particular days, maybe on these 2 days, that is first week of May and Tripuri Purnima, to enjoy the real glory of it. And it gives another idea. This temple might have been used as a program of dancing or for singing or performing stage activities in the earlier days. That is quite possible, because I told you the technique of using temples for entertainment has come from the north, and that is carried throughout. For south, mainly they were used for the ceremonial purposes, then for crowning ceremonies, from religious functions. So these are the different type of uses for the different type of temples which was added subsequently. So you will find that this Swarga Mandapam is different from Sabha Mandapam and Sanctum. This may be a later addition also, because the temple is definitely constructed in stages. Each and every pillar worth appreciating, spending time. See how much effort they have taken to make it as a symmetrical and beautiful. And think of the time when there were no computers, no lathe machines, no heavy machines to carve the stones, to cut the stones. So we must appreciate devotion of people who have done it. Appreciate the beauty. The sunlight when comes down, it beautifully enhances the architecture, designs, carvings. Specifically when you visit temples, the timing is very important. Early morning you should visit them for puja purposes, for offering rituals also, and also to appreciate the beauties of the architectural, sculpture and iconological details. These are the Saptamatrikas. Chalukyas worshipping Saptamatrikas, but here you will see them now. There are 4 images, mainly Vishnu, Kartika, the sun and Shiva. All the deities are riding their respective vehicles with their consorts except Kartika, who is believed to be a bachelor, but that is also at certain region he is considered as a bachelor, Kartik Swami, or at certain region he is considered as a married. Now figures are carved in manner that if you stand in the middle, you will see only the deities riding alone. These are the beauties of Swarga Mandapas, how beautifully they are carved and how technically they are perfect, that when you see up, you will only see gods, and when you go to the side, you will find consorts sitting behind them. So absolutely beauty. Now circular stone slab on the floor are called as Arangashila, and exactly same as that of the hole in the ceiling. This talks about the complicated mathematics in our temple architecture and technology, especially when they were knowing about the days, position of sun, position of moon, and all these things were precisely designed in these temples. Now the dimensions of it, I have told you, are 14 feet and pillars are 48 surrounding this Swarga Mandapam. Appreciate it, and after that we'll move towards the. Now let's come to Sabha Mandapa. Each pillar has the Kirti Mukha, that is carved on it. Each is different in style with different motifs like peacock, then crocodile, then different Vahanas like Garuda, then different gods like Vishnu, Shiva, and certain fruits and flowers. They all are used to design them. Now let's talk something about the pillars. The polish on the black basalt stone shines like a mirror, and please note these they have carried right from the Western Ghat through Krishna river, because there was no other way to carry that. There was dense forest in between. So how they must have carried, then how must have brought here, is absolutely something beyond imagination. And the polish which you see today is also worth appreciating. It's a mirror polish. Now miniature version of sculptures where no single deity's ID is missing, so they are perfect in iconologically. Now a small carving of Vishnu and Lakshmi has all the jewelries properly carved with a iconographic details. They have never gone wrong anywhere as far as these details are concerned. There are 2 Jatakas or Panchatantra tales. They are the stories for the children, and they can be seen on the pillars. Then there is one with the tortoise, another monkey and crocodile. We have seen it in the video in detail, these 2 stories. Now the talkative tortoise, as you know, he holds the bar, that is the wooden stick, and when they fly, he starts talking and he falls down. There are mirror images of dancers and animals, then Ramayana panels showing Hanumana with Rama and Lakshmanas. The carvings of same on the pillar, they are just astonishing. As I told you, perfect for iconology and perfect as far as precision is concerned. A circular Rangashila again is seen here, but it is to perform the holy pujas, then yajnas and all that thing. Usually this would have been otherwise a place for Nandi. In the corner of the image of Saptamatrika is a standalone we will see the Saptamatrukas, but they are with 2. Now you must recollect your video watching who was with them in addition to 7 Matrukas. They were deities of Chalukyas. You will see in lot of Chalukya temples, and you will also see Bhairavi Murti on the niches, which looks like a later addition. So there are, as I told you, this temple has undergone many changes. So some are right from the 6th to 7th century, that is the Chalukyas, till it was completed by Gandaraditya. So long history in which this temple has gone. The Sabha Mandapam is a part of main temple. Okay, they lightly detached, slightly detached from the Swarga Mandapam, and the door jamb is also beautiful with Saraswati Murti on the top and Purna Alasi on both sides. The lower panel on both sides of the door have 12 Dwarapalas, 5 of each on one side. Figures are well ornamental and they are adorned because they are beautiful. They are properly ornamental. They look beautiful even when they are partially broken. In spite of that, they look beautiful. At the bottom panel, there is a animal, that is a hybrid animal called Yalis. They are the imaginary animals which has got all the good parts of the different animals, but it is seen in most of the temples of South Indians. Inside the Sabha Mandapam, the geometry of the Swarga Mandapam is repeated, except the ceiling is carved with 16 pillars are arranged in 3 layers, a square in the middle and 3rd layer embedded in the walls. The 4 corner pillars are bigger than the rest of the pillars, that is for the structural weight bearing. Now we can also see Saptamatrukas with their vehicles. Vehicles are there and they are accompanying God. Who are they? Ganesha and Veerabhadra. Veerabhadra is a different name for Lord Shiva. Is same. Veerabhadra and Shiva are same. They are accompanying. Now, what are the other deities on the walls? The 4 corners of the Sabha Mandapa have 4 deities carved on them. Deities like Brahma, Vishnu, Ganapati, Krishna and Murlidhara. Then Shiva, then Bhairava, then Bali, then Vaman, then Surya, then Ardhanarishwar, then Madanarati with their favorite sugarcane stick, Saraswati, Ganga, then Mahishasur Mardini. Natarajan can also be seen on various poses. There is a broken murti of the 2nd Dwarapala near the left of the sanctum door of the Sabha Mandapam, the door of. See, there is one more door where there are more Dwarapalas. There are 10 Dwarapalas, out of which 7 are women's that we have seen, and you will find this little bit damaged sculpture or murti over there. So when you will see that, you will remember it, or when we have covered the extrinsic portion, we have shown photographs it and we have given in detail all the things. Now there is a single Dwarapala on the right side of the antral dwar or the door leading to vestibule. The outer space has empty, waiting for the Dwarapala's murti to be fixed, or it has been removed. Antara is of Madanikas. Now, Madanikas in Antarala is a very rare thing, or they can be called as Surasundaris. The beautiful women adorn the jewellery are considered Mangala and auspicious, but they are routinely seen in less number of temples. Antarala is usually empty, it is carved, but there are no female carvings, though they are auspicious. Now Dwarapalas, the masterpiece of Sabha Mandapa is the Dwarapala outside the antral or the vestibule. The heavily embellished and jewellery designs can still be seen in market. So do enjoy a Kolhapur market who has all these varieties of the ornaments. The crown has a row of Mundamala or the garland of skull. The jewellery is brilliant and till last finish is beautiful, appreciable. Gardhabhragha or sanctum, When we cross the many finely carved carvings, that is the Chandrashila, then crocodiles, etc., we enter into the Garbhagriha. On top of the door jamb is a Lakshmi. There is a depiction of life around the door and suspicious figures like Purnakumbha, Makara and Mayuras or pots, crocodiles and peacocks. A unique feature of the Garbhagriha of this temple is that there are Madanikas. Now there is another unique feature that is not much seen in most of the temple, definitely not in Shiva's temple. All around the walls of the sanctum you will see these beautiful carved Madanikas. Unfortunately, most of them are not seen in good shape. We have extensively seen with the help of photographs and videographs the presentation on internal details, beauties of the temple, Kopeshwar temple, Khidrapur, Kolhapur district, Maharashtra. I am sure when you will see next time, you will get more details than what I have seen, and definitely you inform me. And in case if you feel that I have given you additional information, give us a like and subscribe to our channel, since we have a lot of such detailed lectures on these topics, particularly of the iconology, iconography and temple architecture. Thank you, goodbye and take care.